see his sunshine, he's all around us. And there are beautiful clouds where you are. That's how I know that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody, it's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay, so let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on! La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are. There are beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are. Oh, oh.
are stories making headlines from the various regions of Ghana. The Member of Parliament for Ketu North, Eric Edem Agbana, has awarded scholarship to over 400 tertiary students in the constituency to enable them to pursue studies in various institutions across the country. The initiative, now in its second phase, is aimed at easing the financial burden on parents and supporting students who have gained admission, as well as those already in school but struggling to pay their fees. Speaking at the event, Edem Agbana explained that the scholarship is designed to support young people with the potential to succeed, but who lack the financial means to continue their education.
I decided to institute a scholarship just to support. The driving force is that there are many people with great potentials, but the support system is not there. So my job as a member of parliament, as their representative, is to chart a path that creates opportunities for them. And I think education is one of the best ways to do that. Education is a leveler.
The Chief Executive Officer of DVLA, Julius Nikoyokote, called for greater support for the initiative, noting that education remains the most effective way to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor.
I want all the youth in this very constituency in Ketu North to support our brother. When you have people like this, the only thing you can do for them is to pray and support them. Let's support this initiative. Let's all appreciate what Edem is doing. And trust me, at the end of the day, we shall give honor and glory unto his name.
The president of Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Kwabena Dufour, also urged media houses and practitioners to use their platform to promote and support the scholarship scheme, describing it as a worthy cause.
I believe that this is a worthy cause, this is a good cause, a cause that all of us must rally behind, must support. When we say social intervention, this is the real social intervention. This is the real intervention. There's no other social intervention more than or better than this. Education, like we said, it's not a privilege, it's a right. So I think it's a good thing, and we will encourage all of you to avail your platforms, make the platform available for him to make good use of it. It is these interventions that one needs to champion, that one needs to advocate.
Some beneficiaries from the first batch expressed gratitude, stating that the scholarship has enabled them to continue their tertiary education.
This has helped me a lot, and this is my second time being here. As the first time, I wasn't expecting it though, but it came and it was really good. It helps me through my studies. If not because of him, I wouldn't have been here. So I'm so much grateful to him for the good work that he has been doing to us.
This is also my second time of benefiting from this scholarship. It has really helped me by reducing the burden, the financial burden of my parents, and it has encouraged me more to focus and learn harder towards achieving my academic goals.
From the Central Region, the Member of Parliament for Gomwa East, Desmond de Graaf Paito, has donated 1,500 bags of cement to support ongoing community development projects. Speaking to Metro TV's Nana Ejay Ampofo, the MP explained that several projects have started across communities, and he had assured traditional leaders of their completion, noting that the cement distribution is aimed at accelerating work on these projects.
During our campaign on our regular visits, we made some promises in the area that we visit, some communities, some churches and other things. So it dawned on our hearts. As usual thing we've been doing, it's not the first time we are doing that. We have done this the year past. So we put together today and arranged 1,500 bags of cement to share among the communities that we made promises and those that are doing self-help projects, to support them, to pushing them, to enable them, do their project. It can't complete, but do their project. This that we have done is not 9-day wonder. We have done in the past, and we will continue doing it. My message to them that as we have given to them, we employ them to use it. One of the things I realized last year, some months there, when we did the donation, we gave one community 40 bags of cement. They didn't use till date, and the cement got expired. You see, it will be sad that we will see that having arranged money to purchase all this thing and then we give it to a community that we know they will use it, and they won't use it, and the thing will be there for quite a long time, and then it will get cake that it cannot be used for.
I ask my students, do you think that the call for reparation is justified? Okay, and then the students are able to look at all the kinds of things that have happened to Ghanaians since independence to date, and they are able to unanimously dismiss the idea or call for reparation. Why? We are a nation that is noted for fetching water with baskets. So reparation, so that they give us money and Sisi Adapa will go and hide under her bed. I mean, please, until we block all the leakages and slippages, until we show the political will to deal with corruption, until we demonstrate to our people that we are willing to govern well, the call for reparation would remain a wishful thinking or a wishful call for leaders who have nothing to say when they get to the international community. Right. If President Akufo-Addo is interested in reparation, let him begin to do his homework. Let him ensure that the leakages and slippages. The last time I asked, when they were trying to increase taxations on so many, I asked what they were using the money for, and people were insulting me. They didn't understand. I was trying to say that if you tax all of us and you put the money in a basket, okay, the money becomes like water that you put in a basket. It will leak into other people. So reparation under the current dispensation or under current happenings in Ghana is a call aimed at making people in government rich and further impoverishing the lives of the people, because we have a lot of resources, evidence abound to show. If you look at oil wells and all that, at the time President Akufo-Addo and his people took over, we had a lot of resources.
They got more.
Okay, they got more. So you need that money to do what? I'm telling other countries that we are making such demands to, that look, if they would heed to those demands, they should first ensure that we've sealed all the avenues for leakages and slippages.
Central Bank. And one of the things we've observed, and as you noted, has been the deceleration in inflation in recent months. Can I ask, did you have to, one of the first things you had to do was to tighten, or you had inherited a sufficiently tight monetary policy stance? What other actions did you take to get inflation to get to your target range?
So when we came in, we saw that we had to do a number of things. Even the entire monetary policy framework needed to be upgraded. We needed to strengthen the credibility of the central bank. There was a lot of liquidity, that had built up, and so we needed to do lots of sterilization. We also needed the complementary, efforts from the fiscal authorities, and so we had to engage the fiscal authorities at the same time. And then you also needed to look at food prices. So it was a complementary effort across all fronts that has helped to, deliver the disinflation we are looking at. But we give a lot of credit to the tight monetary policy stance we have preserved. Currently, even though we are easing, we are still holding that anchor very strong. Strong liquidity management, strong sterilization. For that, we will not compromise, even as we ease downward.
Hey, Masa, security. Oba Juma na Oba Mafoni.
Reflection on the International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade, a day when humanity pauses to remember millions of women, men and children whose lives were stolen, whose dignity was denied, and whose humanity was questioned, yet whose resilience reshaped the moral arc of our shared history. This day is not merely an act of remembrance. It is a call to conscience. It reminds us that memory without action risks becoming silent, and silence has never been the ally of justice. Your Excellencies, in September 2025, during the general debate of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, the President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, announced that Ghana will introduce a draft resolution entitled Declaration of the Trafficking of Enslaved Africans and Racialized Chattel Enslavement of Africans as the gravest crime against humanity. 6 months to this very day, I have the distinct honor to present this resolution to the General Assembly on behalf of the African Group. This resolution does not create legal hierarchies of crime, as some have wrongly suggested. Neither is it about reopening history. It is about completing history. It does not target individual states, nor does it seek division. Rather, it establishes a principled framework for reconciliation grounded in truth. At its heart, this draft resolution is forward-looking and unifying. It is focused on truth, remembrance, education, and dialogue. It is grounded not in retribution, but in moral recognition. And it is intended to strengthen global efforts to combat racism, racial discrimination, and xenophobia in all its forms. Excellencies, its objectives are clear: to provide formal and unequivocal recognition within the United Nations system of the world-breaking and world-redefining impact of the enslavement of Africans and racialized chattel enslavement of Africans and people of African descent, to affirm their enduring consequences, not only for Africa and the people of African descent, but all of humanity, to reinforce ongoing global efforts toward reparatory justice through dialogue and cooperation, and to strengthen international solidarity in the fight against systemic racism and historical denialism. Distinguished delegates, the African Group expresses its sincere appreciation to all delegations for their constructive engagement throughout the negotiations. We believe that the present draft reflects the broadest possible views of member states on this important issue. Regrettably, legal technicalities and procedural arguments have been invoked to once again silence voices, to bury history, obscure clarity, and to prevent this noble institution from speaking plainly and firmly. But history does not disappear when ignored. Truth does not weaken when delayed. Crime does not rot, as we say in Africa.
We're looking to do the same with all our agricultural exports, especially cocoa. The recent incident with cocoa, with the prices plummeting, and you see all the videos of Mahama Wodi Ka of cocoa farmers protesting in the cocoa farms. And it is because for almost 70 years after we gained independence, we're still exporting raw beans to the world. I believe that what has happened in the international market should be a wake-up call for us, and that we must allocate more of our beans. And we're taking the first step to doing that because we're changing the financing model. Before, we got the traders and others who buy the cocoa to advance the money for us to buy the cocoa from our farmers. Now we say we're going to raise the money ourselves and buy our own cocoa. And when we're taking the money from the traders to buy the cocoa from our farmers, the collateral for the money they were advancing us were the cocoa beans. And so once you bought the cocoa beans, it was the collateral for the financing they gave you. So now, if we raise our money, we buy our own cocoa. Our cocoa is not collateral to anybody. And so we can decide what to do with it. and we're saying that we're going to allocate the bulk of our cocoa to the local processors to process that cocoa before we export it.
Mr. Speaker, I say this as a matter of fact. I am not responding to anybody except those who are falsifying information on social media. Mr. Speaker, the NDC did not award over 70 billion cedis worth of work under the big push. Indeed, we said 54 billion of that was for new works, and then the 23 projects were projects that we inherited, costing another 14.8 billion. And indeed, Mr. Speaker, there's spurious information online that 76% of big
Minister, just go ahead with your
projects
statement.
were sole source is also false. Only about 44% of those projects were procured through sole sourcing. And I state on record, Mr. Speaker, we are making progress as a House and as a country to make sure that much of our procurement is done competitively. But that is why I'm saying that those who claim to have done this so-called analysis based on data we submitted to them freely didn't help the country. Because if they did due diligence, they would have known that those percentages they put outside were pure fabrications and false. And indeed, Mr. Speaker, President Mohammed's government has taken steps to improve the procurement process. And as a matter of fact, as I said, I'm not having a go at our colleagues on the other side. I say that today as a minister, almost the 110 billion cedis worth of projects we inherited were all procured through sole sourcing. I don't blame them, Mr. Speaker. I sat on this side of the House not too long ago when the people of Swami were demonstrating against the respected former leader, Honorable Chene Sabonsu. I supported the fact that we should procure the Swami interchange through sole sourcing because it was urgent and we needed to do it. When the motorway was awarded to Motor Angels, a foreign company, and they couldn't raise the financing, I was one of the first people to say that let's terminate the work and get a Ghanaian contractor to do it. In this House, we also agreed that that project should also be awarded on sole sourcing to the contractor Maripoma. Mr. Speaker, I say this simply because the impression is that when we were in opposition, we said nothing about sole sourcing was good, and when we were now in government, we are doing the opposite. Mr. Speaker, what I presented to you today shows that everything has to be done in context. What I will say here...
There seems to be a ticket created like this. Jena Nopokwa-Agyeman, number 1, Haruna Idrisu, number 2.
So that's one.
Then there's Julius Debra, number 1, and John Jinapo, number 2.
Okay.
The John Jinapo, number 2, also faced with Atufosin, number 1, John Jinapo, number 2. Asiedun Ketia's ticket was originally Asiedun Ketia, number 1, Alban Bagbin, number 2. Right. I am hearing that is changing.
To who?
Because to a much younger person, much younger person. Either male or female from the Volta region is what I hear that Asiedu people are looking at, which is very interesting. So we are going to have a very interesting time. So if Asiedu goes with, say, a Zaneto Rollins, very interesting tickets.
When you mentioned Volta region, me, I saw Jifa Gomashi.
I don't know how old Jifa is, but Asiedu is looking for very young, 42 type of thing. Yeah, I don't think Asiedu will go with him, though. But yes, that kind of person. Okujeto Ablakwa is also on the running mate list for Jena Nopokwa-Agyeman.
Right.
You know, Okujeto Ablakwa may probably be closer to Jena Nopokwa-Agyeman than Haruna Idrisu is. But Idrisu is very powerful. And those who are pushing the Jena Nopokwa-Agyeman ticket are confident that Idrisu can sew up the northern region for them. And he can. If Haruna Idrisu campaigns in the north for Jena, he's likely to win it. So that then draws the marks in a certain way. Because John Mahama also has a strong holding in the north, and I'm guessing people who like John Mahama may not like Asiedu Nketia. So if Idrisu Haruna pushes the button, he takes the north away from Asiedu in a very big way. Asiedu will consolidate the middle. He will take the Bono East and all of that. Among NDC people, I think Asiedu can get Ashanti.
The mighty minority told the people of Ghana that with time, they will see the true colors of the NDC. Ghanaians have seen the true colors of the NDC. And I'm sure, just as that poor cocoa farmer said, Mahama, what do you What you time? In other words, they are saying that the president owes them for their cocoa. He has to pay. No matter what he does, he owes them. Mr. Speaker, I won't belabor. The mighty minority told the people of Ghana that with time, they will see the true colors of the NDC. Ghanaians have seen the true colors of the NDC. And I'm sure, just as that poor cocoa farmer said, Mahama, what do you car? What you time? What do you car?
Say, Nadia, Mena Konya, say, because I tell Mahama. Mahama, make I say, won't you? Mahama. And so on clear day and we catch on your can say, oh, what the yaka? Uchu muche, what the yaka? Yabadam got your Mahama say, Ghana for Yania Kotuaba. Yakotuaba, you could say 31 million. Mahama Vejna Wakate say, 30 Nukrano. Iswa. Nakayema and Konya Manibia president in what? I cover me about 40 and I see 60 million. And no dear, Kiafanaqua. And I have to thank you. 30 bana. And I want to watch over the number 1 million.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. And also Juma Mubarak. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Awudu Moro, and it's always a pleasure to come your way. It's a beautiful Friday morning, isn't it? My favorite day. Friday, I go to the mosque, and not just me, but my fellow Muslims. We are always happy to gather at the mosque on Friday to offer Juma prayers and, say a prayer to ourselves and to Allah, and to ask Him for His continuous guidance and blessing and all the favors that He has bestowed upon us. And so Friday is a very special day for us as Muslims. But anyway, let me just say that you're welcome to the show once again. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. And I want to say a big thanks to the Almighty God for making it possible for us to return here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. And also want to say a big thanks to you, our loyal, cherished, and valued viewers who tune in every day and listen to the show from 7 a.m. to 9:55. As I said, we're still doing some lobbying, and Free, who's the programs manager, I could say Free programs manager, and also Von Bakustan, we're still making the appeal that the show be extended by some 25 minutes, so we end at 10:25. But it's still an ongoing process to see how that goes. And it's all because you have been calling and texting us and asking that the show, because you want more of Good Morning Ghana, and it's perfectly understandable. If it's nice, you want it twice. If it's nice, you want more. If it's not nice, you don't want more. In fact, you'd wish that the show is halved. But anyway, so I mean, half as in time-wise, yes. So I'll go straight ahead and look at what the newspapers are reporting this morning, and I'll start with the Daily Graphic. Adopt practical measures against climate risk, says Sam Jonah, urges insurance industry. GPCC declares support for President Mohammed's stance on LGBTQ+. And there's also government set to issue local bond. Parliament passes legal education reform bill. World Bank, MOFA, work to unlock $75 million agric investment. The Ghanaian Times this morning says President Mahama highlights key role of private sector in agric transformation, visits Nobi agriculture. Absa Bank strengthens strategic partnership with Chinese business community. There's 2 arrested over Jowolu jewelry shop robbery. Government sets out plans for local development as DACF targets new funding streams. That's in the Ghanaian Times. And then the Daily Guide this morning says SML GRA scandal, OSP yet to serve Oforiatta and Akori. But this is very surprising, because the impression we got when the OSP brought up this Oforiatta matter, the SML scandal, was the fact that they had all their facts, they had all the evidence and everything ready. And so I don't know what is it that is stopping the OSP from serving the from serving Oforiatta and SML in this matter. I mean, something doesn't add up. So the OSP perhaps would have to explain to us why you're yet to serve SML and Akori and all the other parties that are involved in this legal suit, because there's a lot of pressure on the government to take up or to go after persons who allegedly have done something wrong or have committed some acts of wrong to this country. So I don't know why the OSP is delaying this, but so happy, please sit up and get this over and done with. If the people are guilty, do the needful. If they're not guilty, just file an prosecute and let's have a peace of mind, because it's taking too much time. There's legal education reform bill passed. There's 5 dead in Nkwanta clashes. Police reinforce security. Wontumi challenges order to defend Galamsey charges. There's minority accuses Mahama of conflict of interest. The Weekend Crusading Guide says Ni Shikasuwa Gbobilo II swears allegiance to Agbawe Plenwe family of La, or it's Plenwe, hello, Plenwe, okay, family of La. And there's a Santiman Koka charges government operationalize comatose Akomadan University. There's Otafu MP alleges NYA struggles over funding cuts. There's chiefs dig in on Bogoso Prestia mine deal. Petition presidency over questionable lease transition process. The Inside says Bogoso Prestia chiefs raised concerns over Heath Goldfield's alleged lease breaches, flooded pits and financial troubles. Serene Insurance boosts Black Stars World Cup campaign with 20 million cedis insurance cover and 2 million cedis cash. There's African Union hails Ghana's historic UN resolution on slavery and reparative justice. New Fingo system to unlock trade financing for SMEs under Mohammed's 24-hour economy vision. American Treasury declares the U.S. insolvent in bombshell report. IGP assures Ibrahim Mahama of justice after alleged police assault. The Herald, ex-minister, chief director, storekeepers and others fingered in 68.7 billion cedis fictitious claims. Ras Mubarak questions Musa Danquest's credibility in NDC 2028 flag bearer poll, insists Julo Debra is contesting. Car Powership denies threats to shut down plants over $400 million debt. There's Ghanaian nurse found guilty in UK for calling colleague anti-victim, awarded £1,425. There's Agogo Paramount Chief Nana Akwaku Sapon dies at age 88. Oh, that's a big tree that has fallen. May the souls of the departed rest in perfect peace. Government is set to issue a 7-year CD bond on March 31st since 2022. We must stand united, Mahama, on UN reparations resolution. First Lady Lordina Mahama urges global action on child online safety as Melania Trump's digital protection summit. The Catholic Standard, Galamsey, Ghana's silence war for survival. There's Easter demands more, and there's time for moral renewal. There's also history made. UN declares a slave trade a gravest crime against humanity. From palms to passion, a call to true discipleship. And there's no bet, no hope, comes with a questioning mark. And then also there's an editorial, and that editorial talks about the world has spoken now, let justice follow. Let me go to that's Metro Lens. Metro Lens this morning says that President Mohammed's jet ride, a minority raises concerns over the mine deal. There's NHI supports over 6,000 kidney patients, urges prevention as cases rise. Eko Asifwa exposes JM's neglect over NYA funding. Parliament passes legal education bill. The Daily Searchlight says Wuntumi battles ruling to open his defense. Mahama secures lasting legacy in legal education as Parliament enacts landmark legal education overhaul, dismantling monopoly and expanding access to professional training nationwide. There's a minority to petition charge. Mohammed's private jet use and procurement concerns. There's MPA initiates steps to deliver quality petroleum products to consumers. MCE launch companies initiatives to support youth with Pragya and Aboboya. The Inquisitor this morning says that after reparatory justice victory, John plots next move. There's MIIF makes serious incursions, records 5.43 billion cedis mineral royalties in 2025. Ramadan powers Adentan with massive solar street lights. Congrats, Mohammed. That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? As an MP, even though by law you are a legislator, you're a lobbyist, but all MPs have been turned into development agents when they are not supposed to be development agents. They're supposed to be legislators. They're supposed to be advocates as far as the concerns in your constituency is concerned. But this is what we have, and so we have to just deal with it. Now, Ghana boosts tomato output with 250 boreholes. So that's a good one. And then the last, but obviously not the least, is the Informer. It says Mahama quakes UN with reparative justice, rallies Africa for onslaught. The Spantine calls for urgent support to improve mental health in Ghana. The mine transition on track, according to Goldfields. The Skolibu tackles no-bet syndrome with new measures. Gold market turbulence could hit Ghana hard. And there's also Serene Insurance protects Black Stars with 20 million cedis, cover 2 million cedis cash. All right. Let me go online and check out what the online portals, the local online portals are reporting this morning. I'll start with my Joe Online. It says, we're taking back control. Sami Jemfi says, gold sector key to economic transformation. There's Mahama calls for unity over UN reparations resolutions. He saw what I didn't see. Sami Jemfi reveals Mohammed's personal trust behind gold board appointments. The City Newsroom says, Mahama, Ghana, Lenko University ties still strong despite degree snub. And then there's also Ghana to issue first 7-year bond since 2022 default. Ghana's insurance penetration stalls at 1% amid structural challenges, according to Deloitte. There's no favoritism and security recruitment process was transparent. MetroTVOnline.com, every team can be beating Otuado. Otuado previews Austria friendly. Get Fan Board gets new member. And there's also Asidun Ketia calls for nationwide show of support for Black Stars versus Austria. And there's also Ghana pushes for strategic UK partnership to drive sustainable growth, trade growth. And then Ghana Web, this one, it says, why UK and the Netherlands, Ghana's colonial masters didn't support resolution on slavery. A family drama eases at Lumba Sisters Unite, far short at Sacked, Busiapenya Kofi Usu. And as Dangote Refinery cuts petrol gantry price, Otuado reacts to injuries ahead of Austria clash. All right, so that's it for both the newspaper and the online portals review. Stay with us. My guest, one of them, in fact, is here, and I'll be introducing him shortly. Stay with us.
Start your kids' day the right way, filled with confidence to take on any challenge. Pepsodent Kids contains the right amount of fluoride and sugar acid protection to care for their developing gums and teeth. Grab either orange or strawberry so they brush with the sweet flavor they love morning and evening. Pepsodent Kids, giving your children a bright smile for a brighter future.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month.
Have you attained 45 years and older? Notice blood in your stool, a family history of cancer? Then don't wait to have a colonoscopy. Early detection of cancer and effective treatment save lives.
There are weak points in the development and spread of cancers of the large bowel that we have control over to stop, to reduce the incidence and deaths from these cancers. Achieving this success depends on you and me. We are fully prepared. What about you?
Visit Mintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center today or call us. Mintuba Hospital, first Ghana Colorectal Center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel-Kit.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel-Kit, happy smile.
Hey buddy, it's me Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you look fresh. Oh.
Hey.
With your label today, me.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friend, Calico, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Friend, me once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain, mosquito, double the accent. Sasso spray. Mr. Friend is Sasso quell. Yeah, go to my Sasso. Sasso, come tum preko.
Hey, Unia, new release in Yana. Kaya gum.
A bitino was me new release. Me can no access fita mu hono. And na Tech Garages Limited. Akwafa besiesia amana aye nitia. Obi ase ya car mu no.
Accident car no na. Tech Garages Limited. Amana se gina ne naso sa no.
Me se wo akwafa broni fita engineer afra brochiraba. And wo check cars no. Na wo hunu ba bi a fault krowo. And ho spare parts so ade hyehyɛ. Afena si road. And so ho charges kakra bi o.
Tech Garages Limited.
Wo ye general servicing. Ebi ni engine overhaul. overhauling, engine tuning, oven spraying, general electrical works, air condition installation work, BMU, upholstery, gearbox, make a daddy.
Tabutech Garages Limited.
Apart from sir, car that wotimi ato, and now Toma one was higher importation of cars and it was spare parts. If la butreba, Wokoto car mawa, a free.
Ace, also what you call
Tabutech Garages Limited, our La Paz Malam Road, after Baya traffic light. Wow. Bibiania Fred 0206 48 1793 and now 0542 96 1111. Website tabletechghana.com.
Tabletech Garages Limited.
Hey, Kaya will be a benyani.
Tabletech Garages Limited.
Your car beauty and the power boosters.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwewu Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwewubusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwewu Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
This International Women's Day, Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM spark a conversation that shapes our future. In a world of moral uncertainty, women are demanding ethical clarity, principled leadership, and real change. As we celebrate Ghana Month, we honor our rich culture, values of integrity, respect, resilience, and community. Ghanaian women have always been at the heart of this legacy, shaping families, institutions, and the nation itself. Queens presents Give to Gain, Moral Confusion Within Societies, Women, Values, and the Struggle for Ethical Clarity. Join leaders, scholars, policymakers, and students for this powerful dialogue. Supported by Metro Care and the Ministry of Gender, championing gender equity and social responsibility. On 28th March 2026 at 10 a.m., Metro TV Studio 6, Northridge. Register now for the Queen's International Women's Day Conference 2026. Call 0244 598 747 for sponsorship or registration.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. And my name is Aldo Moro. My guest is, one of my guests is actually here. And we'll kickstart the conversation for the day. He's a man who is, he's the Honorable Member of Parliament for the Trifo. I struggle with the pronunciation of his constituency, but today I'll make sure I get it correctly. It's the Trifo Itimokwa constituency. He's been teaching me forever. Today I get them. Trifo Itimokwa constituency. He's Mr. David Theophilus Dominic Von D. Mr. David Theophilus Dominic Von D. He's a guest, he's one of my guests on the show, of course, obviously representing the NDC. We will also be joined at some point by, well, not at some point, we'll join shortly, also by medical doctor, not PhD, doctor Bernard Okoboy, who's a former Minister of Health, former Chief Executive Officer of the NHIA, and a former MP for the Lejokuku constituency. Right. He was also, at some point, the board chair of the Kolibu Teaching Hospital. Yes. All right. So Okoboy is here. He will take his seat shortly. But let me just first of all say good morning to the Honourable Member of Parliament for the Trifu Eti Mokwa constituency. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Good morning, my brother.
I'm doing very well. I hope you're doing very well too.
God is good. We're good. We're doing well.
Our viewers like you.
Thank you.
Oh, they like you. They like you very much. I mean, they actually wished you could make at least once a week appearance on Good Morning Ghana. But I've also told them that you are, you know, when you're a good man, when you are good at what you do, everybody wants a piece of you.
I mean,
nobody wants a piece of Sebita Fletcher, a useless person. You know. I mean, so your constituents wants they want you. Your family wants you. Good Morning Ghana is looking for you. Your friends are looking for you. Parliament is looking for you.
Other media. You know,
it's you are the man of the moment.
Thank you.
You are the man of the moment.
Thank
you know,
you.
I have no doubt that your political future is very bright, and I can only encourage and you know, basically advise that you keep on the same trajectory, the same track.
I hope you're not making my head too big.
Oh no, I rarely do this. You know, I rarely do this. You know, when people come on the show, we just go straight to the point and discuss the issues.
Thank you, my brother.
When you come here, I get a lot of calls from people, and people very high up the ranks. You know, they say, "Wow, Charlie, this man, why don't you bring people like him on the show?" You know, I mean, for most people, two things. It's not just the way you articulate the issues, you know, but it's just your posture, you know, your body language, you know, the analysis, you know, the angles, the perspectives that you share, you know, and for them, more importantly, the respect that you have, you know, for our viewers. Sometimes, you know, people come here and they want to ruffle you up, which is quite normal with political communication, just to make sure that it gets you angry and things. But you take it cool and, you know, you deal with the issues. And finally, the fact that you don't personalize things. You know, you rather want to deal with the issues on the table. And so, you know, the feedback has been
good,
extraordinarily fantastic. And I think
that's
for me, it speaks to one thing: the future is bright.
Thank you.
Yes.
To God be the glory.
Yes. Amen.
To God be the glory.
In fact, I intend we have to write something on your car. The future is bright.
You know, I mean, let me use the opportunity to say good morning to you. Your good self. You're doing a very good job.
Thank you very much.
I mean, you're stepping into the shoes of a very serious veteran.
True.
A very big man whose work been seen by many. You remember those days when your boss Randy and His Excellency Mahama, you know, every Friday,
on Good Morning Ghana,
Good Morning Ghana, and Nana Komia.
I know.
You know, I've said many times that the MPP didn't manage their own well.
Right.
You know, because I mean, you could see the maturity, you know, between these two people at the time. Today, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is the President of the Republic of Ghana, making all of us proud.
Right.
And doing so well. And I think that is good. Let me say good morning to everybody. I mean, those who have the opportunity to watch us this morning, especially my constituents in my constituency. You know, Trifu Eti Mokwa in the Central Region, all the chiefs and everybody, my very good friend and my kid brother, Isaac Yosin, he's the DC and the Council of State, man of confidence, everybody.
Okay.
You know, good morning to everybody. There's one gentleman who does almost everything I do in that constituency for me, Brian.
Oh, okay.
That's his name. Everybody knows his name is Brian. I mean, good morning to all of them.
Okay. It's like your Council of State. Your special assistant.
Yeah, I mean, it's my Council of State. No, the Central Regional Council of States is from my constituency.
Okay.
Hakim Adey, a very nice gentleman, you know, and just say good morning to him and everybody. And my mom, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, you know, this is a woman who, I mean, when my mommy passed, she was in my constituency. She was actually in my village.
Wow.
Whole day, she took the funeral as her own. And from there, she made me a son. I mean, you know, and she's a good person.
Okay. You're talking First Lady?
Yeah, First Lady.
Okay.
Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman.
Okay.
And the President of John Dramani Mahama, all of them. My good brother, Juros Debra. And I mean, he's a special brother anyway.
Right.
And everybody. There's one gentleman who is doing so well for our country.
Okay.
Govins Agboja, the road and highway minister. Atuforcing and everybody, I mean, they are doing well.
Right.
But this morning, I would like to mention the name of Govins Agboja,
right,
the road and highway minister, who's doing extremely well for our country. Today, under the auspices of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ghana is a construction site all over the place.
Right.
And we thank God we're paying the contractors. They are working. I mean, when you go to any country and you want to see whether the country is rich or not,
right,
you don't go see dollars spread on the road. You see infrastructure, good roads, good hospitals, good schools. I mean, everything. And I think that we're doing well in infrastructure, building our bridges and our roads.
Right.
And everybody, I mean, all the ministers are doing well. More than 1 year, you've not seen any scandal.
Right.
Learning from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, delivering for Ghana, and making Ghana a better place once again. Building the country we want and we all love.
Okay.
And so, good morning to all the ministers. My own brother, Haruna Idrisu. Education today in Ghana is becoming attractive and has become attractive. Thanks to Haruna Idrisu, the Minister for Education. Atuforcing is still doing well in the midst of all the Ukraine-Russia war, very intensive. Today, the giant, the most biggest and most important economy in the world, the United States of America, is in war with Iran all over the place, but our city is still stable.
Right.
It's not running hell to scatter. And our economy is still doing well. Just prudent management, being disciplined with fiscal policies, and making sure that we have a stability in our city. Country is doing well. And as much as fuel price is going up, it's still manageable. Goods and services are still manageable. Our economy has not run to a ground. We are not in a junk economy. The international ratings are all giving us positive rating. His Excellency Mahama is applauded all over the world. And this country is working once more. And kudos to the management of this economy. I believe strongly that if you bring people like, I mean, you listen to the people who made our management, the economic management team that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama appointed recently. You have people like Sam Jonal,
right,
a very excellent man in business, a man you always want to meet, you always want to listen to him talk. Sam Jonal, who's a business guru, one who is so intelligent in that team. My own Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, and all other individuals, the Bank of Ghana governor, and the gentleman himself, Dr. Atuforcing, Sami Jemfi, Gold Board, and all of them. These are individuals who have Ghana at heart, who's working under the instruction of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is not being profligacy and self-centered and looking for individual, wealth and all that, who are delivering on the promises. yesterday marked another excellent, promise that we delivered to the Ghanaian people as campaign promises.
Okay.
And I think that Ghana is doing extremely well.
Right.
And will continue to do well.
Okay.
To God be the glory.
All right. Okay. So also joining us on the show is
I don't know, if I listen to Ghana feels like New York.
Pepe.
No. Good to see you.
Good to see you, my
brother.
brother.
Man I was about to introduce himself. He's more or less like a shareholder of Good Morning Ghana. So.
Interestingly, I live in his constituency.
Oh yes. That's Dr. Okoboy in your shot.
Yeah.
He has been here in a while. I mean, he does appear and disappear on Good Morning Ghana. But I can understand he's doing so many things at the same time. Look, he's a medical doctor. He's a man of the man of the people, and so everybody, just like I said, everybody wants a piece of him. So he struggles to make time for Good Morning Ghana as he used to do. But we're still encouraging him to at least make a once a week appearance. They are bona fide members of the show. He is, at some point, he started as the board chair. In fact, under Kufuor's regime, he started as the board chair of the Kolibu Teaching Hospital, and then at some point he was made the Deputy Minister for Health, yes, and then he became the substantive, yes, at the 11th hour, the health minister, and he's told me something, but I don't know whether I have the permission to publicly state it. But this one, they are defying him.
Why, he wants to be a running mate?
No. He's contesting the Greater Accra chairman position of the MPP. Yes. He's doing that. He's doing that. How do you call it? I have undermined the confidence you have reposed in me. Did I tell you to say it publicly? But it's an exciting news, isn't it? But how is first of all, good morning, bro. How are you?
Oh, by
long time.
Yeah, by His grace, Let me say a very good morning to Honorable.
Yeah.
And to yourself.
Yes.
In Wagam.
Oh, yes.
In Wagam.
Yes.
Oh, living in Kevin Tonuma Kelly, Bawa. Because they are So in selecting those I come with,
yes,
choose those who don't understand.
Thank you. Bright, I hope you heard it. You heard it. Yes. When you're over to man.
And let me also greet my brother, Dr. Randy Abbey.
Right, wherever he is.
A lot of people don't know, but when we were in power,
right,
like when we were in office,
right,
there was one time I went to Randy.
Okay.
Doc, I said, Doc, that's when our qualification towards the World Cup was shaky.
Okay.
There was a time Kwesi Appiah was changed and we brought some foreign coach.
Yeah, foreign coach, yes.
So I went to Randy, I said, Doc, I know you, I know what you can do. How come we are struggling and about to miss the World Cup? And you are part of the GFA setup. What is happening?
What's the problem?
He told me. He said, when you talk to Akufo-Addo, he believes in this black nationalism, that a black man must be the coach and all those things. And that, based on some few things he's assessed, there must be a change in sort of some changes in the technical staff if we want to go to the World Cup.
Okay.
So I want to tell my people that, this is what Randy is saying. You want to go to the World Cup. Nobody hates Kwesi. But let's see what we can do. Immediately those changes were made.
Okay.
That's when we were able to make it to the World Cup.
Really?
So as for Randy, he understands the game. So this trip, when I heard that he was the head of the Black Stars
Management Committee,
I started watching Black Star games.
Yes.
And I know today they are playing Austria.
Yes.
As for Austria, at least we should be able to, if not win, manage some draw, so that the confidence comes back.
Yes.
And I recently too, I went to him again with an appeal that this guy who was playing the top for Arsenal and moved the Nketia,
Yes.
He plays like a Samoa.
Yes.
He can play one on top.
Right.
Shoot like us in score alone without help. We need players like that. So is there any way, he could come on board? And he said they are open, as in they are not against anyone coming. Okay. There's no policy that says that if you didn't play in the previous one, you can't come. But you have to come and justify your inclusion. If we get one or two of these guys, bro, if we go to the World Cup, we can match almost anything.
Right.
So my prayer is that we don't become rigid and say that, well, if you didn't play, this world is not fair.
Right.
Okay, that's how the world operates. Okay, you can't say that because you have played in the qualification the last 1 or 2 years, nobody should come in. It's not like that. There are people who come in at the last hour.
Yeah.
So I want us to have an open policy so that we can go to the World Cup. A lot of people have not brought their mind to it.
Yeah.
The biggest marketing stage for every country in the world is the World Cup. It's the biggest. Bro, you pay about some hundreds of thousands of dollars to get 1 minute advertisement on CNN. At the World Cup, it is 90 minutes of unlimited advertisement.
Free.
So you have to perform, sort of do a good showing. The worst part is you go there and you are scored 4-5-0. Where when they mention your name, it becomes, a tragedy. We don't want that. I remember I went to the US the first time I went to the US, somewhere 2005. When people ask you, where are you from? Bro, if you say Ghana, a lot of people have not heard of, they didn't know where in the world. Can you imagine? They tell you Guyana. And I went to search. Guyana is some small, tiny island in the Caribbean. So it took soccer that when we beat US.
Yes.
For them now, if you go like, you are from Ghana, go like, football, Ghana, So, I wish Dr. Randy well. I know that he's doing his best. And with Ket Okriku, I wish them very well. We should all support the Black Stars. And my prayer is that they will sell us on the international stage.
This issue with the players who hold dual nationality, some of whom have switched total allegiance to Ghana, and whether they should be allowed to play for the Black Stars or not, it's come up several times. And there are two schools of thought. You obviously align with the school of thought that says it doesn't matter whether they were part of those who qualified us for to the tournament or not. They must be roped in because bottom line is that we want to do very well and possibly win the cup. So whoever can help us win, bring the person in, and let's stop being petty. But there's also a school of thought who says that, look, if you do that, what you're now going to do is you're going to encourage a situation where people will just say, okay, it's like, let's look and see. If they qualify, we're interested. If they're not qualified, we'll stay and perhaps wait till where we're born, which is our home countries, give us an opportunity. So you look at the likes of Hudson-Odoi, and you look at the likes of, you just mentioned Eddie Nketiah.
Yes.
And some are even talking about Josh Achampo, who plays for Chelsea. Now, there's quite a number of them like that. And I agree with you totally that we have to stop being, excuse my language, stop being petty.
Yeah.
What do we want? Now, pride that doesn't produce anything. It's a useless pride. If we believe that these guys can add value towards our quest to make a decent showing at the World Cup, let's bring them in. And I'm told, apparently, that these guys are ready to play for us.
Yeah, bro, look.
They're ready to play for us.
There's nothing like, you see, this world, the earlier you accept that people are treated differently. I'm not saying that we should discriminate, but based on the talents, the experiences, and the gifts people have, they are treated. Are you aware that when you go to, let's say, Real Madrid, Mbappe's salary can be 10 times what a defender is?
Yes.
In the same thing.
Yes, especially in the talent industry. Yes. In the media landscape.
Yes.
Somebody will come and do 1 or 2 hours and he's paid more than if the general manager.
So this world, it's all about what you carry. Look, how do you call it? Cristiano. During their World Cup, it's not every game he comes to play.
Yes.
Some games, the coach knows that look, this one, let the small boys play.
Yes.
When it gets to the tough ones or to the whatever ones, he is invited.
Yes.
Messi. Who told you Messi is always following Argentina?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Yes.
But when the time comes for the final 11, how dare you say that we were playing qualifiers or not? So, look, the point I'm making is that if you accept some of these things early, it helps. And I agree with you, Muru. Pride that ends up with having a team that is always breaking our hearts. You know, I told you it's recently that I started watching the games.
Yes.
And my prayer is that they will not let me stop watching the games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we wish them well. I mean, it's.
I'm even surprised, Ake, as we speak, there hasn't been any engagement with these guys because the guys are ready to play.
I mean, bro,
yes, I get those who say if England had called them up into the national team, they wouldn't have minded us, which is cool. But we don't care.
Yeah, I mean, look, call them. And the only small issue is that Ket has not given me the new jersey. So that's why. So he should. The GFA should do their things well.
Okay.
It cannot be that when you are in government you get jerseys and just few months I came into opposition.
Where are you taking the conversation to?
And now they are giving all the jerseys to honourable and his
No, but on more serious note, I think that let's also not say that there is no conversation or communication with these boys yet.
Well, I'm not aware.
Because we are not aware. I'm not aware either.
Yeah.
But I think that it will not be fair if we leave them. And these are Ghanaians, and we have talents, and we just need to have them. Sometimes you even have to go and fight for them so they come your way. If we sit down and UK makes any, contact with them and feel that they should come, we lose them.
Yeah.
So now that they are free, I think that I watch them play, and these are nice guys who are really, they understand the international system.
Absolutely.
So for me, I think that, yes, let's go for them. Hey, and that's why, personally, the situation of dual citizenship, you can't hold certain positions in Ghana, I still believe that we should rethink about it.
Oh, that's actually a bill in Parliament. I'm
yes,
sure you're aware.
And so
it's one that is being championed by Professor Kwasari.
Yeah, so that we look at, for example, if you're in the United States, for example, a dual citizen, Ghana, United States, and you're able to bring all your monies here, how come you can't come back home and become a member of parliament, for example?
Yeah.
I mean, so for me, those are school of thought. I believe that we should contact these boys and get them to play.
Yeah.
Once they're able to play, after what do we want? A win.
Yeah.
But yes, I also agree that it is not fair to allow others to go play qualifier, then you sit somewhere and all that. But it is not their fault. It is the management of the team that's supposed to reach out to them early and make them part of the team from the beginning.
Yeah.
It doesn't also mean that going forward, you're going to be a Black Star player forever. I mean, who says that today Asamoah Gyan's name is not mentioned regularly when a Black Star is going to play?
Right.
Who says Stephen Appiah and all that. So it's a season. Your season will come, your time will come and go. Others must join. Ghana must lead. We must continue to win. So for me, I think that, yes, I agree with Doc. Let's call them. They should come and play for Ghana.
Okay,
After all,
so
what we want is a win. And I think that Kofi is listening.
Yes.
Kofi Adams, my good brother, Minister for Sport.
Yes.
Very, very open, nice gentleman. I mean, he loves people.
Yeah.
Trust me, Kofi is a nice person.
Yeah.
And I think he's listening and would... So far, Kofi's... as a Minister of Sport, I don't think whether anybody have anything against him, but he'd be very, very... And I think experience is really working for these ministers.
Right.
They've been with His Excellency Mahama, most of them, during his first term.
Yeah.
And so they know the gentleman, they know his character, a person who will always not stop at anything but to go for success.
Right.
And that's why they are all doing so well. So Kofi, good morning. And I think that you're listening and you would go for those boys. So we can beef up our team. What we want is a win.
Okay, that's it. All right, so over to you, Joe Latte. Hello. We have expressed our opinion, so over to you. We hope that they listen and do the needful because we need these guys. We need them. I think they're very important. They'll be very, very crucial additions to the Black Stars team. But today, again, we're keeping our eyes on the Austria friendlies. We'll see how that goes because it will give us a semblance of what we intend to do at the World Cup, because our team is a very difficult team, especially the England match, and actually that's actually the opening match. It's not going to be easy at all. Anyway, so Oko, you have been on this platform for many years. But before we talk about this, first of all, how's your Greater Accra thing going?
Well, let me say that good morning to your viewers, and I have to greet my flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Baobia, and his team, and the entire NPP family.
Sure.
Let me also greet, the whole country. We thank God for the gift of life. We enjoy, when you go to other countries, missiles are flying as we speak. Sometimes you don't appreciate what you have until the situation changes. So we thank God. We also applaud previous and current governments for keeping the security architecture very tight. Dr. Baumia is being helped by a group of very, competent guys. Honorable Sechi Mensah-Bonsu. He's a fantastic gentleman. When I was in Parliament, he's one of the people that taught me a lot of things. You have someone like Opariansa, who's also been in the game for a long time, about 4-term MP also. And then Nana Akomia, your own Nana Akomia, also doing a fantastic job.
Right.
Ajay Sowa, who's been a former regional secretary, currently handling operations over there. And your brother Cabo is also there.
Hey, Cabo. Anthony.
Yes. All these guys are putting their best. Dr. Nsia Sari.
Okay.
And I'm very excited about some of these people because of their long history in the party. Our prayer is that God will help us so that when John Mahama finishes the reset, we would come in, now put it on the forward shift. Let me also greet your brother, Goodfellow. Goodfellow he's always been my boss. He tells me where to go.
Who's that?
Goodfellow or day. I call him Goodfellow. He's the one who handles the one who tells us where to go in terms of communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Duke.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I didn't want to come out openly about the bid for Greater Accra Regional Chairmanship is that there are some giants in the party that I have to go and see personally.
Okay.
And inform them. Yes.
Okay.
So I've been doing that for the whole time.
In the quiet?
Yes, in the quiet. And they are quite a lot. Okay. So I'm not done yet. Okay. So if any of them hears that you mentioned me coming for chairman, they should assume that they've not heard until I show up. When I left the consulting room for politics, I didn't understand some of these things.
Right.
Those times, all I'll do is organize press conference and go and say that this is my vision, I have the capacity. But when you grow, you realize that that is not the way to go. You have to go for the blessing of the shareholders. And then when the shareholders accept, then you can go to the rest of the world. Okay. So I think so far the consultation has been good.
Good.
You'll be amazed when you meet people who tell you how they competed in elections during Nkrumah's time.
Wow.
In this tradition. And what happened to them, some of them being put in jail. The last I was with Sheikh Isikwe.
Okay.
He's been in about 4 or 5 prisons in this country.
How is he doing?
Yeah, by the grace of God.
He's in his 80s.
Yes.
Wow.
IC told me how he was moved from one prison to another one at Cape Coast.
Wow.
For close to 6-8 years in prisons. And not for having committed a crime, for your political beliefs and ideology. And that's why I understand why sometimes when you take certain steps without their blessing, they feel either offended or because they put their lives for this tradition. So I want to work with other parliamentary candidates so that we can do better. If you look at the Greater Accra region, the NDC has been too comfortable. And they've been comfortable not with a lot of hard work, but serious strategy. So we also want to match them so that we can do better. And I always tell people, it's not only the government that can do a lot of good for the citizens. Opposition can also, by doing constructive criticism, but ensuring that there is value for money, there is value for the resources that are put in, so that who benefits? The citizen. So, we want to help not only Accra, but the rest of the country through very productive opposition. And that's what I want to lead the party in the region to do.
Wow.
So we pray that it goes well. Yeah.
Doc, so first of all, we can only wish you well. I think that myself and the Good Morning Ghana team do not have any doubt at all that you'll be a good and a fantastic Great Accra chairman for the MPP. So we can only wish you well. And if there's any help we can offer you on this platform, because you've contributed your quota, you have really labored for the Good Morning Ghana platform. I mean, anytime Doc or the production team wanted you here, you're here. So this is also your platform. Now, the other thing is that you again, like I said, you have been here for a very long time and you have been following what I call some of the key advocacies that Dr. Randy Abbey has been running. Now, we're not picking up on this matter because Dr. Randy Abbey has been advocating it for many years. And his biggest challenge has been the model of basically admitting people into the law school. Okayo he's always complained about the structure and how he just doesn't get it. That if you want to be a medical doctor, you do your 6 years and then all the other things that follow. And yet, if you want to become a lawyer, you have all these boundaries or obstacles that you have to overcome. And he really doesn't get it. What is it about law that makes it so special that you have to do 3 years and then do some 2 years and do all kinds of things, you know? Now, it looks like finally, there has been a solution. And I also know that Professor Kwekwaza has been on this beat for many years. He's written copiously and given all kinds of, suggestions and, recommendations as to how to deal with it. Now, it appears that the government obviously has listened. This government has listened and they have taken some action on this matter. So if you look at today's daily graphic, there was a big announcement yesterday and it's been captured in the center spread of the paper. And it says Parliament passes legal education reform bill to expand access. Nana Kunido Ajiman in Parliament House reporting that Parliament has passed the legal education reform bill 2025 to expand access to professional legal education in the country. The bill seeks to establish the Council for Legal Education and Training to regulate professional legal education in Ghana and provide the curriculum and standards for legal education. It will also break the monopoly the Ghana School of Law has over professional legal education and its entrance examination, which over the years has barred many from pursuing further legal training to be called to the bar. Now, as a remedy, the bill, if assented by the President, will extend accreditation to other universities, including private ones, to offer professional legal programs. The bill introduces a law practice training course to be offered by accredited universities, which will prepare candidates for the National Bar examination. The law practice training course will emphasize clinical legal education and the acquisition of practical lawyering skills rather than purely theoretical instructions. And it says holders of the Bachelor of Law, LLB, or other approved first degrees in law will be required to gain admission to that course before qualifying to sit the National Bar examination. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayene, presented a bill which enjoyed bipartisan support to the House on October 24 last year, moving the motion for the bill to be read the second time on February 10 this year. Dr. Ayene said the bill was in accordance with the letter and spirit of the Constitution, Article 25, to create equality of opportunity for Ghanaian citizens desirous of becoming lawyers. He said the bill sought to clear the bottleneck associated with the monopoly of the GSL, which is the Ghana School of Law, and the so-called entrance examination that made it virtually impossible for even students who graduated with first class from very reputable universities to get into the Ghana School of Law. Now, as part of innovations contained in the bill, Dr. Ayene said the government was introducing an accreditation program to ensure that not every mushroom LLB school produced lawyers who would go on to write the bar examination. There will be accreditation and quality control to ensure that if there is university producing LLB candidates, those candidates would have gone through a training that was either equivalent to or better than what I went through or what the majority leader went through before becoming lawyers. We are also introducing the National Bar exam so that those who go through the law practice training course at accredited universities can all write the National Bar exams, which will be a standardized exam that will be administered by the Council for Legal Education and its Bar Examination Committee. Now, after the bill had been passed, the Majority Leader Muhammad Yarga told the House that the bill was a major campaign promise the NDC had made and has kept it. He said, quite typical of the NDC, the party would carry out reforms that would enable equity, fairness, and access to legal education. With the bill successfully passed, Mr. Ayerga said the NDC believe it marked the dawn of a new era where all students will be treated fairly. Whichever law school you go to and whichever law faculty you attend, all of us will end up at the doors of the National Bar Examination. Whether you went to Legon, UDS, UCC, whatever, we all will end up at the same place, and it is there the lawyers will be determined. We want all to witness that we have kept the promise, and commended Attorney General and the Minister of Justice for bringing the bill expeditiously to the House and colleague MPs for showing bipartisan support for the bill. Now, the minority leader, Alexander Afenyomo-Akin, considered that the bill was a campaign promise of the NDC and had become a success story of the government. He, however, outlined a number of promises the NDC had made but had failed to deliver. He mentions, for instance, promises to set up a women's bank, introduce 24-hour economy, to create 1 job, 3 shifts, and do away with sole sourcing and nepotism. He says, Mr. Speaker, the President spoke about the sole sourcing at the manifesto launch and talked about no sole sourcing at his first and second State of the Nation address. But today we know that they are the apostles of sole sourcing, and we know today that the Presidency, the Deputy Chief of Staff, has been awarded an 11 million cedis sole sourcing contract, and it goes on and on and on and on. I listened to him in Parliament yesterday. He gave us a litany of things that he believes the NDC has not done. Now, gentlemen, please do me this favor. I'll take a short break so that when you start, you flow. I don't want to interrupt. So you're watching Good Morning Ghana. Please don't go anywhere. It's going to be very interesting.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Wabedum tamaso. Hey, Jay. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Makwaya mabesisia. Abozig. Akache say no ya konate and the more drink woman. Hey. But I didn't mean. Oh, sorry. She knew her old days. Eji. Dabi o, baby wom. Ready. Hey, baby wom. Ah, Eji. I'll cause some discomfort. Ah. Sorry, well, uncle, where would the dad? Why your funeral?
Say a sorry insecticide GB at a user. Co pharmacy in a shop biamu. Namum say a pharmacy supermarket and a shop ra. Na repedudu to a cotonwa. On for Royal Dutch and our Aerofield Trading. If he spray with Daimwa. Chansima Edronu, Ansana Eradainum. Inkratui FDA Ajatum.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwewu Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwewubusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwewu Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
It's going to be a celebration with Kivo this year at Kwewu. Step into the Kivo village at Obomin Market and enjoy correct chicken soup cooked with Kivo 100% natural spices, and refresh yourself with Kivo Gary Soakings mix any time of the day. Special appearance at the Kivo village is the Metro TV Jollof Festival. Live cooking, food tasting, and non-stop entertainment. Remember to join us daily for the true taste of Ghana, made with Kivo 100% natural spices and your favorite, the Kivo Gary Soakings mix at the Kivo village at the Obomin Market all day, all night. Kivo, taste of Ghana. From the 2nd to the 6th of April, don't miss it. Kivo Village, taste the culture, live the moment. Kwewu, Kwewu.
Hey, Bunty, why you there? Well, lie, tell her today go give me my money.
Oh, my guy, what's up? Oba unze me dina dede baby. Scano ASA
500 cedis per. I see. Level don't change. But to show me the way.
But there's some sorry Amanua. Talk to babe.
Here is Ghana dinero.
Huh?
Cash.
Yes, cash.
Let me show you the easy way to make money with One Shot. Visit the WannaOwn website at wannaown.us. Sign up with your phone number and get ready to play. Select games on the home page and then select One Shot game. Deposit to make an entry, then pick a number from 0 to 99. If your number comes up, you win a cool 500 cedis.
Hey, so it'll be easy like that.
Just like that.
So I'll go buy my dream car.
Por supuesto. Just visit wannaown.us and win some cool cash prizes.
It's Bemi. Boom! You be too much.
Play responsibly. Gaming can be addictive. Accredited and endorsed by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. This International Women's Day, Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM spark a conversation that shapes our future. In a world of moral uncertainty, women are demanding ethical clarity, principled leadership, and real change. As we celebrate Ghana Month, we honor our rich culture, values of integrity, respect, resilience, and community. Ghanaian women have always been at the heart of this legacy, shaping families, institutions, and the nation itself. Queens presents Give to Gain, Moral Confusion Within Societies, Women, Values, and the Struggle for Ethical Clarity. Join leaders, scholars, policymakers, and students for this powerful dialogue. Supported by Metro Care and the Ministry of Gender, championing gender equity and social responsibility. On 28th March 2026 at 10 a.m., Metro TV Studio 6, Northridge. Register now for the Queen's International Women's Day Conference 2026. Call 0244 598 747 for sponsorship or registration.
Oh, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My guests are still here. My name is Audu Moro, and I'm here with Dr. Oko, Bernard Okoboy, who's a medical practitioner, or as I say, he's a doctor, a medical doctor, and also a former chair of Kolebu Teaching Hospital, a former deputy health minister, and a former health minister as well. So, a former chief executive officer of the National Health Insurance Authority as well, and he's under a lot of pressure to also contest the Greater Accra Regional Chair of the New Patriotic Party. But he says he won't make any official public statement on that for now, and that he's still consulting the people he needs to consult, and at the right time, you can trust that he will come and make that public declaration here. And we have said to him that this platform will give him all the support that he needs. He's contributed his quota. He's invested a lot in the Good Morning Ghana platform. He was always here when we needed him, and so why not? A good turn deserves another, because like we say, you don't know tomorrow. In fact, there's a trotro somewhere near that says you don't know tomorrow, and that tomorrow, and there's another trotro that says tomorrow is pregnant. Yes. And then also here with us is a man I have a lot of admiration for as well. He's he's somebody who has commands a lot of respect in the NDC and also outside of the NDC. He's the MP of the people of Chifu Etimokwa constituency. Don't worry, I'll master it very soon. Don't worry. Chifu Etimokwa constituency, and a very hard-working member of parliament for that constituency. David Theophilos Dominic Vondi. He's also here with us. The two gentlemen are here. So what's the surname? Is Theophilos Dominic or is Dominic Vondi?
No, the surname is Vondi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your first name, so Theophilos is your middle name?
Theophilos Dominic is the middle name.
Okay.
And David is the first name.
Oh, okay.
And so...
Okay. So David, the first name, Theophilos Dominic is the middle name, and Vondi is the surname.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's nice.
I'm a boy Ghanaian.
I'm a Ghanaian.
Well, if I was just about to ask.
When I was coming, I thought I was coming to do the show with the white man.
I'm a Ghanaian.
But the man is there, black man like you know.
I'm a Ghanaian.
So let me start with you, Honorable. The legal reforms that have been passed in Parliament. Yesterday, your colleagues were talking about promise made, promise delivered. I said yesterday, your colleagues, the majority leader, Mama Erica, I heard him in Parliament saying promise made, promise delivered.
Yes.
Why should Ghanaians be excited about this new bill?
I think that yesterday's what happened in Parliament where we passed this bill was, first of all, victory for the entire country. It was also a promise that was made by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama prior to the 2024 general elections, that we're going to open up the legal education to every individual Ghanaian who want to become a lawyer, and also make it accessible to every student, every learner who want to become a lawyer in this country. And what happened where the bill was passed to law was very remarkable. And we want to thank all my colleagues in Parliament for their participation, and also to thank the minority in Parliament for, participating in actually doing the bill. During the consideration stage, you see everybody participating. Aponyo Markin and his people, everybody participated, Haruna Idrusu and Majority Leader, everybody, Dapia Makbo, And all of them, the legal brains in the house, I mean, they did a very fantastic job. And we are grateful to that. His Excellency Mahama kept his promise and delivered on the promise. What it means, therefore, is that today, if you want to study and become a lawyer, you can go to any university who actually would want to define that as part of their curriculum. You know, the programs they want to run, the University of Ghana, KNUST, GIMPAR, any other private institution that is well accredited, you know, you can study from there. Then there will be a centralized point to write the exams where, you know, there is a board within the legal framework that has been established to superintend over the examination professionally, and that will give you the opportunity to become a lawyer. Just like the Ghana accountancy program, I mean the CA, you know, you can study everywhere, you know, once you go and write the exams and pass and practice for some time, you become a chartered accountant in Ghana. And the practice where we treated law studies as if it is so extraordinary. And I mean, Dr. Oko, they study medicine, and I tell you, if you have to read science, you know, chemistry, physics, you know, biology, elective mathematics as your elective subjects, and then you have to study those subjects and go to the university, do 4 years of your first, you know, human science studies, and then you have to do your post, you know, human science studies to become a medical doctor. I mean, these are very challenging subjects that you would want to go through to become a medical doctor. Even those subjects, we do all of them in all the universities that, I mean, KNUST, Legon, and so forth and so on. Other subjects, engineering programs, you know, you want to do engineering, become a, you know, mechanical engineer, whatever engineering program you want to do, all the businesses, the economics, you want to become economist, you should be able to do that in Legon, all our premier universities and accredited private universities and all that. Personally, I just did not see why it was a condition that if you want to become a lawyer, you always would have to end up at going to Makola before you become a lawyer. And I thought that it was looking at the facilities that they have at Makola, first of all, brings that inability to take a lot of people to be able to go to the school. So you end up having a way of, yes, you are not able to go and all that, limited to a few people, which of course I thought that it was educational discriminatory and did not encourage a lot of people to do. And it was created as if it was left for some kind of special people in society alone. And I thought that was one of the reasons why His Excellency Mahama believed that legal education is very good for everybody. I mean, you don't need to be somebody who want to go and practice law, you go to court and put it to people. No. I mean, it is good to know our legal frameworks as an individual, a Ghanaian, know, have a legal education. It's very good to know so many sectors. You want to be a businessman, you want to be legally, you know, educated. You know, you want to be a politician today, for example, if you come to parliament. There are so many things when we're doing, you need to have some legal backgrounds, legal understanding of our constitution and our system legally before you're able to participate properly in parliament. So it's good for everybody, you know, who want to be, to have legal education. And so a situation where you confine everything into Makola alone was giving everybody a lot of problem. And so this bill that have been passed, opening the door for everybody to be able to have access to study law, and all you need to do is to go and write the exams and become a lawyer. For example, ACCA. If you want to write ACCA, it doesn't matter the school you go. What makes you pass the exams or not is what you demonstrate in the exams hall. I mean, how you answer the questions and so forth and so on. So for me, it's a very remarkable achievement in our educational sector, our legal education, open to everybody, and all the investees who would be running these program, I believe that are so competent and will be able to deliver. So it's a promise that we kept, trying to reset our educational system legally, trying to reset our educational system in so many areas. Today, we're building schools. When you go to the secondary schools, for example, we're building them. Infrastructure is coming back. Basic schools are getting a lot of infrastructure. The GET fund have been uncapped, so the GET fund get full money to do a lot of projects. Today, when you go to many parts of our country, that become construction sites. Schools have been built, our educational infrastructure have been expanded. There is a lot of love that has come back in our educational system. And so it's a very good achievement yesterday when the bill was passed. I was extremely happy. Right. And it makes it easier for some of us who feel that we still can study, we still can read. And young men and women who are coming up who have the perception that you must be some special person to go to Makola. I mean, that's, thing have been deleted from our mind. And so kudos to His Excellency Mahama for his brilliant idea. Thanks to my colleague in Parliament, the leadership, Mr. Speaker, the First Deputy Speaker, very instrumental, Honorable Ahiafo, very instrumental in making the law, and Mr. Speaker himself, Sumana Gbagbin, a legal brain himself, who actually participated in making this law. My praise go to all of them, and I thank God that we're able to get these particular hurdle, carried successfully. And today, legal education is open to every Ghanaian who want to participate. Promise kept, and that's what every serious person must be. You see, I have said that any individual who changes his principles based on the situation and where he stands at a particular time is not an individual that is worthy of leading. You must keep to your promises. You must deliver on your promises reasonably and very well. If you have to delay or there must be some very reasonable reasons but your principles must always remain principles. And so when you look at His Excellency Mahama's performance, aspect, not only the legal education. Yesterday we passed another bill, GRA. I've forgotten about the name properly. I remember, I'll let you know.
That was that?
Yeah. Yesterday, another bill that came to Parliament we're dealing with. Okay. I think it was read the third time and was passed. Another, promise that we kept, and so forth and so on. And so we thank His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for his leadership and his vision that this country is actually undergoing a reset, and things are really getting back. Our educational system are really working again. We'll continue to deliver for the Ghanaian people. We're here to serve, and we will serve to the best of our ability. And so we thank God for this milestone that we've achieved actually yesterday. Okay. It was really remarkable. All right. It was remarkable.
All right. Okay. Dr. Randy Abbey is with us. He's fine. He just sent me a message. So first of all, he sent me the newspaper publication on, I believe, must be... Okay, so he sent me an online publication, and what he said was that it says, Chalimuro, at long last. This is something that's very dear to him. But he says I should say hello to everybody, and it says I should say hello to my brother, Soko. He's out of town actually, so he's watching us online. I believe he's in Austria for the Black Stars game. Yes. All right.
Yeah. Absolutely. So every society, you need a group of people who would challenge the status quo.
Right.
Dr. Andiabe is one of them. I believe I also am one of them. I believe Honorable is also one of them.
Thank you.
The only way to survive is to adapt. And adaptation means that you watch what is happening now and you change your ways so that you can be in tune with what is happening. The biggest animal on the earth, forgive me because I did science, sometimes I refer to human beings as animal. Kingdom, Animalia. There are two main kingdoms.
Right.
Animalia and Plantae. Everything plant green belongs to that group. Anything that moves and talks or can bark or can do anything like us belongs to the kingdom. But we are the highest species in terms of intelligence. Dinosaurs is not fiction. They existed thousands of years ago because they discovered their skeleton.
Yeah.
They who are like 100 times bigger than us have not survived the race. They are extinct.
Yeah.
And the only reason is that they didn't adapt. We know how to adapt. Now, why am I bringing this adaptation thing? Any system that does not adapt would fall out and vanish. True. And that could have happened to the law school. Immediately, Ghanaians started getting on planes and buses to go to Gambia, the UK, and other places Nigeria. To go and become lawyers. It means that you, the system here, you are on your way into extinction. And let me start by reading, how do you call it? An article, I think from Graphic. I hope I'm correct.
Right.
Just so that I'll put this discussion into perspective.
Right.
Now, this is Graphic Online.
Okay.
November 2021.
Yeah.
It says that reform of legal education system necessary. President Akufo-Addo. He said, according to President Akufo-Addo, sustainable legal education will have as its base the establishment of a regime that will consider the pressing needs of the growing law student population and the expected demands of the generation unborn that will study law. It will be qualitative in its operation, but with a fair and balanced quantitative selection system. Now, so that I don't bore you, let me say that he says that the president made this known on Monday, November 29, 2021, when he delivered a speech at the International Conference on the Future of Legal Education, held at Auditorium of the University of Ghana Law School. He indicated that he has already asked the Attorney General to fast-track the balance of consultations, on the legal profession bill and lay it before Cabinet and ultimately Parliament as soon as possible for enactment. The bill aims to address comprehensively the issues of legal education in Ghana. It must dispel the notion that the legal profession is a guild, a small club of mostly men, which is difficult to penetrate. Now, Moro, I'm just saying this so that I realize that government is a continuum. With all due respect, if you even talk to my senior Ayeni, he will tell you the discussion, the vigorous discussions on changing the legal system did not start just a year ago. There's been draft documents laid, discussed in the Akufo-Addo's cabinet as far as 2021. Some of them, lawyers in parliament, have also made input. In fact, the discussions came to, a nice momentum when some lawyers they actually passed the mark, but were nearly denied entrance into law school. Their number, they had some, is it 419? They had some unique number, or 399 or something. They later were all allowed to go into the law school, And I think that for this government to come in and vigorously pursue what all of us have been discussing is a plus, It's a plus. But normally, sometimes it is good so that, and the bipartisan support shows that this is something that we all agree must be worked on, And, well, I understand when the NDC normally, once one thing goes through, say like, hey, GM has done well. Yes, the government has done well. But let's remember that these were things that have been in the pipeline, have been discussed and all that. Well, don't be surprised that we had a situation where it became difficult to enter law school. Most countries, in fact, when you study the history of civilization, most countries you see today were first being led by religious leaders. It was theocracy. Democracy is a modern phenomenon or Middle Age phenomenon. It was theocracy. You had the churches, the Catholic Church. They were running most countries. When you go to other countries, it was the religious leaders they believe or traditional leadership. Now, in those days, they were trying to understand the role of man on earth. So it was theology and philosophy that were prestigious. This is the history of man. Now, so if you want to be like respected in society, mostly there were two professions. Either philosophy, which had some connection with theology. Because in philosophy, you are trying to think of the role of man, what man is here for, what is virtuous and all that. Right. Law also had some role. Then you had, the law itself. But when the industrial revolution started to take place, when scientific discovery started, then they realized that, no, one of the tools to a modern society was science. And the British taught us when they had their democracy, when they took away monarchy, realized that no, when citizens, you select their reps and then they argue out what must be done, there is fairness and there is progress. So I'm just trying to let us understand why law was a prestigious society. Because in the history of man, it was the law and philosophy that determined what happened in the society until science became to take shape. So I have one of my mentor countries as South Korea. I've read extensively how they moved from a third world to a first world. And when you read, they also were worshipping philosophers and lawyers. Okay. In fact, lawyers were paid more and all that. Yeah. Then they discovered a model for transitioning into a modern state. Right. And they started to put premium, and that's not say they disrespected lawyers, right, but they started to invest and to treat with some pride those with a scientific background. Right. And invested in researchers and went around the world, brought in researchers and all that, and tried to tell the country that it's good to be a lawyer, but aggressive transformation doesn't come with theorizing and philosophizing. You have to discover and use the scientific process. And I am happy that we are coming to the place where law will not be treated as an exclusive club. Look, there is a reason why people and systems tried as much as it could to keep the numbers small. Yeah. It is economics 101. When the supply is limited, the price, the equilibrium, the price goes up because the demand, you are going for a few. And I think we've come to the place, we've adapted well, where we've realized that, look, it cannot be the same forever. And I respect the law profession. In fact, Dr. Ansasari, I attended Mount Crest. He taught me some law, but because I was working on my PhD, I had to defer for some time. Right. Thankfully, the PhD is done. So I'm looking at going to finish, yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at going to continue the law. I don't want to be a lawyer in the courts. I don't want to be bullied by lawyers. That is the only reason why yes.
So you're going to be doctor.
Yeah, so something like that, you know.
Okay.
So I am happy that we've adapted. But I'll make an interesting comment. I entered politics. My prime motivation is to help people get opportunities to be independent or to be able to earn something for themselves. There's one thing people have not averted their mind to. One of the reasons why I've always prayed and supported Dr. Randiabi and all other actors that we have to change this legal system is that lawyers, unlike most doctors in Ghana, when they finish, they normally set their own practice.
Yeah.
So what people have not averted their mind is that when you allow people to finish, when you don't choke the system, but you allow a lot of people to get opportunity to become lawyers, they create centers of economic activity for other people. When they set up a practice, they employ an administrator, employ a clerk, employ a driver, and then the economy, they create jobs.
So it looks like we have underestimated the business.
I'm telling you,
it is advantages or benefits.
The lawyers, when they are produced, don't put a burden on the state coffers like doctors. Yeah. 90% to 95% of Ghanaian doctors are absorbed by the system.
Yeah.
Until the system absorbs them, they don't go anywhere.
They're sitting at home, yeah.
Unlike lawyers, it is only 5% that end up in the system, whereas 95% go on their own into private enterprise.
Instead of their own chamber.
Exactly. Any money, giving people opportunities and driving the private sector.
And they're always busy.
There's
always a case they're dealing with.
So when you use some ways to limit the numbers, you are blocking a lot of economic pools that could have been unleashed into the system.
But Oko, sometimes I wonder. It was for 8 years, eh?
No, but it's not. But it's not even 8 years. You have to start from 1957.
No, I understand that. But you look because you see, this is not the first time you're expressing these views. Of course, well, unfortunately, you are not the president.
But don't be surprised. Change doesn't come.
It takes time.
Look,
anyway.
Dr. Martin Luther King said something powerful. He said, "Never be fooled if you are an oppressed person.
Right.
That the oppressor will freely grant you freedom.
Right.
Freedom must be fought for. Before it comes. It's the same with change. You look, those who manage. I'll not mention them, some of the institutions that have guarded jealously the system for years. They enjoy some privileges, some perks, some glory for the system being tight. So they will not freely grant you the avenue to change the system.
So there are some people. So there are some people who
interesting.
Yes, it's human nature. And guess what? It's not only in law. Dr. Agbenega, my mentor, Chiri Agbenega, when we went to medical school, he was the dean of the medical school. They were one of the first people to start KNUST Medical School. It was a battle to have another medical school established apart from Ghana. There's University of Ghana Medical School, which was the first medical school in Ghana. If you want to become a doctor, whether you are in Boga or Jirapa, you must come to Accra. And it was guarded jealously until there was a breakaway. I think I don't remember whether Champion who said, "Look, it cannot." Even if they had excuses. You know what? You don't have enough lecturers. The system, the quality, the standard. One leader we had, our check said, "Enough of the excuses. KNUST, start a medical school." And guess what? Our law school in Ghana, it was the British who were running more or less a medical school. When we wanted to set up a University of Ghana Medical School, the British said we were not ready. So the point I make is that alone history, anytime you want to start something which was not there or to change the system, those who are guarding it will fight you. But I mean, you will definitely come to the place. So all I'm saying is that this is a plus for all of us as a country. It's a plus for the current government. Even if previous work has been done, it is in their time that it has culminated or it has crystallized.
Right.
And we have to take it on further by looking at other institutions that require reform. And always remember that reform will not come on the altar of peace and calm. People will fight it. But definitely we have to move and make sure that there's progress. And I'm excited, like I said, because people will get economic activity and opportunities. Without a license, someone, like we said, people finish with first class in their LLB or whatever. But because of the tight numbers that enter law school, so they didn't make it. That person, you've denied the opportunity.
In fact, they do elimination by rough tactics.
Yes, if they had entered and gotten their license, like I said, the economic activity they start would give them an opportunity to appear before judges, argue out, earn money, and also employ others. For me, as a politician, anytime I see, that's why if you're a businessman, normally I don't want to be hard at you. If you have a Ghanaian who have created business, they are the most cherished folks for me. Because I am into this politics game to make sure that those who are looking for opportunities get opportunities.
To empower people economically. Oh no.
Yeah,
I guess that. You have something to say?
No. I mean, it's not. It wasn't only the legal education reform bill. That was passed yesterday.
Right.
Like I was saying, you know the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. Yesterday.
JPC.
Yes. Yesterday, it was the bill was brought to Parliament and was read a third time. And passed now is Ghana Investment Authority.
It's not Ghana Investment. It's not what Ghana
Investment
Promotion
Authority.
Oh, I see.
So now they have the.
It's no more center.
No. They've been given that power to have the capacity to do more legal operations, generate their own revenue, and then take care of their own expenditure. Create more opportunity and avenue for people, have ability to work on their own. So things are happening.
Interesting.
And I believe that other areas that need reforms, we'll be seeing reforms. So this country must grow. And you see, when you look at the MPP, for example, the previous administration, you see a lot of lawyers. And I thought that if they were mindful of these, if they were not only paying lip services, and they really wanted to get it done, 8 years, my brother, they would have done it. We're talking about people who can talk about issues and others who can get it done. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is an achiever. He is actually delivering on his promises. We can all talk about issues, here and there. Yes, conversation might have started more than years ago, more than 20 years ago. But like you said, whose regime, whose activity, whose idea, whose effort crystallizes the thing is the person that gets it done. Otherwise, we'll continue to complain, we'll continue to lament, and lamentations never gets job done.
Okay.
And so we believe that if we want to see this country grow, again, like I said, this bill, when we're doing it, the minority participated so well. I mean, the lawyers in the opinion making and all, I mean, they participated so well. And so you cannot take them out of it entirely.
All right.
And that is why, for me, I believe that in as much as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, his idea is what, and his effort, his belief, his vision is what is carrying the country into the next level. It is good to commend him, His Excellency Mahama, for the good job he's doing.
Okay.
And again, Parliament is doing well. These days, the level of cooperation and ability to get job done is so successful.
Okay.
Yesterday when this bill, the Ghana Investment Promotion Authority bill came, we participated. Everybody were in Parliament fully. Yesterday we left Parliament around 10 p.m.
Okay.
Today we're supposed to be in Parliament at 10 a.m. Because God willing, we may be rising today. So things are going well. And then we thank the Ghanaian people for giving the support they are giving to His Excellency Mahama and his administration. And many reforms will be coming.
All right.
Yeah.
The chap who is at the helm of affairs at the GIPC is also a very good friend of mine. We've known each other for more than 20 to 25 years. Simon Majie. I think congratulations to him and his deputy one, Razak. I've forgotten. I think he used to be I need to get it right. Yes, his deputy is called Razak. Anyway, congratulations to them. And there's a Ghana Investment Promotion Authority. Yes. So now they can borrow and they can borrow their own books.
Absolutely, run their own books and so one of the things that is making, for example, NADMO. And I'm proposing that we take a look at NADMO, for example, is that NADMO depends solely on little budgets that comes to them. And so, I mean, they run their activities.
And they always complain about being underfunded.
Exactly. So, I think that we need to look at it, see whether we can expand their scope of work, activity, and also based on the expansion of their scope of work, whether or not they have the opportunity to be able to become authority and get their work done successfully and all that. Otherwise, they're always going to be complaining. But it's a thing we have to look at, not really a straitjacket thing, but we have to look at it and see how best we can retool, most of our state institutions and make them more workable and efficient.
Okay, so let me read some messages. Let me read some messages that have come through on this. So there's a man who watches our program fairly regularly, and I've known him for many years as well. He's a lawyer, a journalist, and also a reverend minister. Now he says, "Good morning. It's about time that the NDC and MPP adopt the unwritten rule and reserve 20 constituencies in the Greater Accra region for the indigenous Gadangbe people, and the rest 12 to those that have come to reside in the region. By so doing, we can have majority of Ghana region MPs to be Gadangbes. Ablekuma Abakumo." I think. It's a Abakumo. It's a ask your panel for me. He's a very significant person. He's watching us from England. Okay, Abakumo. Okay.
I mean, it's a phrase that translated means
the stranger.
You sort of ask for I'll not say stranger, but like other people who are not your own, to come and be part of you, and apparently they are now virtually taking you out. So,
but you see, when we
what
try,
what do you make of his idea? Reserved MPPN is that I agree that these constituencies must be strictly for Gadango.
You see, it's not. Some people say it's tribalism. See, it's not a phenomenon in Ghana alone.
Right.
Anytime a particular community is made a center for other activities that brings others around, deliberate steps have to be put in place so that they don't vanish. Okay, so let's say if you decide to, like, if you take a country like let's say Swiss, Swiss is even an exception. Let's take, you have a country which is a quiet rural, like Rome.
Okay.
It's a place where Rome is like the world. You have priests from across the world and all that. Those who are indigenously Rome, who started living there before they brought the Vatican there, if they don't take a few steps to have a way of preserving them, after some years, it's possible you don't even know they exist. So the idea is that you can look at other ways to do it. Nobody's saying, reserve this for girls and all that. But what you must realize is that the chance that you wipe out the culture in, let's say, Jirapa or Boga is low. Because those who are there are from the place. And there's no activity there that is making everybody leave their region to that place. But this place, for some reason, if the capital of Accra had remained in Cape Coast, by now, what is being said by Gans would have been said by the central people, that the Cape Coasters, that please, can you take steps to it could have got to a time where you go to Cape Coast and the one who is, let's say, the boss of the city and everything is speaking Ghana, because we are also would have moved there. So I appreciate.
But there's a genuine fear that the people of Ghana are losing their identity gradually to some other.
That's why I said it must be. You must open the community. It's not only Ghana.
It's not
like
just
I said, any community
that
is made. This, Accra is not like other regions. The reason is very simple. Is that not the capital?
True.
So once you make a particular place the capital, you've created a legal basis for everybody to come. So once you start doing that, then you must think of, it might not occur to you, but someone must bring your mind to the fact that, look, those who were there, if you don't take steps, it will get to a time nobody will know they ever existed. I mean, it's a global phenomenon.
I have a different opinion about that.
Okay.
Ghana, we have our culture. We're maintaining our culture.
Right.
Our chieftaincy and authorities, the chiefs and traditional, belief systems are still there.
Right.
These are different from political systems.
Absolutely.
So if the Ghanaians want to maintain their identity, of which I so believe they should, they would want to rather invest more into their cultural, their chieftaincy, and their identity be actually seen there. If the Ashantis want to see their identity, they want to continue to pay homage to Otumfuo, they want to hold so steadfast to their practices in terms of culture, in terms of chieftaincy, and so forth and so on. Ewes, for example, I'm an Ewe mother, father, I'm an Ewe. When you go to the Volta region, that identity must be there. You want to see that cultural practices, our chieftaincy system. We want to teach our kids how to speak our language. We want the Ghanaian language not to vanish, and so forth and so on. When it comes to political, play, let us not kid ourselves.
Okay.
The moment we begin to introduce that, what is going to happen? What is going to actually enter into our space of politicking is going to be more of tribal and sentiment,
so must be careful.
And that is not going to bring us so well into anything. So for me, maintain your identity by maintaining your culture and leave the political environment for democracy to continue to play. And that's what I think should happen.
All right.
Well, one people were Ghanaians, and that must not be curtailed whatsoever at all.
Valid point. So news just in, there's a transformer which is has caught fire around the Kanda Presbyterian Church area. That's for our community watch on the show today. So, yes, here we go. There's a transformer there. There's a Kanda. This transformer looks very familiar because I hope it's not the same transformer that I growing up I knew about. Yes, because I grew up here in Kanda, so this one is very personal to me. But I hope it's the fire service people are there. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any fire service people. Yes, it's burning. And fire service, please move to the location there and bring the situation under control. Please, 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 please. Yes, because us we're told that it's happening right now. There's a transformer around the Kanda Presby Church area which is in flames. Is up in flames. We don't know what the cause of it is. Of course, it will take some investigations for us to get to unravel the cause of it. But whatever it is, this is transformer, and if it's not brought under control, it can spiral out of control, and that we don't want that. So, would come back there. We'd find out what exactly the people there, the residents they have done so far since this unfortunate incident happened. So yes, an ECG transformer embedded at the center of the Kanda, just close to the Kanda Presbyterian Church, has actually caught fire and is up in flames. And we fear that if this thing is not quickly brought under control, the whole area may catch fire. And yes, so Ghana Fire Service, please move there and sort this one out. You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please stay with us.
Start your kids' day the right way, filled with confidence to take on any challenge. Pepsodent Kids contains the right amount of fluoride and sugar acid protection to care for their developing gums and teeth. Grab either orange or strawberry so they brush with the sweet flavor they love morning and evening. Pepsodent Kids, giving your children a bright smile for a brighter future.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friendly Calico, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Friendly once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action. Me did this, so spray. Mr. Friendly is so cool. Yeah, go to my society.
Tum preko.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation, with special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwo Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwobusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwo Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
This International Women's Day, Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM spark a conversation that shapes our future. In a world of moral uncertainty, women are demanding ethical clarity, principled leadership, and real change. As we celebrate Ghana Month, we honor our rich culture, values of integrity, respect, resilience, and community. Ghanaian women have always been at the heart of this legacy, shaping families, institutions, and the nation itself. Queens presents Give to Gain, Moral Confusion Within Societies, Women, Values, and the Struggle for Ethical Clarity. Join leaders, scholars, policymakers, and students for this powerful dialogue. Supported by Metro Care and the Ministry of Gender, championing gender equity and social responsibility. On 28th March 2026 at 10 a.m., Metro TV Studio 6, Northridge. Register now for the Queen's International Women's Day Conference 2026. Call 0244 598 747 for sponsorship or registration.
Banty, why you there? What lie tell I today go give me my money.
Oh my guy, what's up? Oba un 17 and dede baby. Scan on ASA.
500 cedis per.
Ah.
I see. Level don't change. But to show me the way.
But there's some sorry Amanua. Talk to babe.
¿Quieres ganar dinero?
Huh?
Cash.
Yes, cash.
Let me show you the easy way to make money with one shot. Visit the WannaOwn website at wannaown.us. Sign up with your phone number and get ready to play. Select games on the homepage and then select one shot game. Deposit to make an entry, then pick a number from 0 to 99. If your number comes up, you win a cool 500 cedis.
Hey, so it'll be easy like that.
Just like that.
So I'll go buy my dream car.
Por supuesto. Just visit wannaown.us and win some cool cash prizes.
It's me. Boom!
You need too much.
Play responsibly. Gaming can be addictive. Accredited and endorsed by the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
It's going to be a celebration with Kivo this year at Square. Step into the Kivo village at Obomin Market and enjoy correct chicken soup cooked with Kivo 100% natural spices, and refresh yourself with Kivo Gary Soakings mix any time of the day. Special appearance at the Kivo village is the Metro TV Jollof Festival. Live cooking, food tasting, and non-stop entertainment. Remember to join us daily for the true taste of Ghana, made with Kivo 100% natural spices and your favorite, the Kivo Gary Soakings mix at the Kivo village at the Obomin Market all day, all night. Kivo, taste of Ghana. From the 2nd to the 6th of April. Don't miss it. Kivo Village, taste the culture, live the moment. Crow, crow.
The reason why there's the need to take a closer look at Ghana's compensation are that the 2025 non-oil tax revenue of 183 billion Ghana cedis was only enough to pay for statutory transfers and debt service. After paying statutory funds such as District Assembly Common Fund, Get Fund, National Health Insurance, and debt service, what was left was not enough to settle Ghana's compensation bill. In fact, government of Ghana had to borrow 17 billion Ghana cedis to augment the compensation bill. Your Excellency, I thank you.
And the NDC will not spend recklessly. We will spend according to what we have. If you do not have it, don't overborrow. Because if you overborrow, you will give people haircut. And that is what we have spent. We have stopped. So, Mr. Speaker, we will not overborrow. We will spend within the budget and we'll do what we have to do. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
After paying for statutory funds and debt service from non-oil tax revenue of 183 billion Ghana cedis, what was left was not enough to settle Ghana's compensation bill. This also means that government of Ghana had to borrow 17 billion Ghana cedis to pay Ghanaian workers.
Yes. You're still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television, and the show is also live on 94.1 FM. My name is Audu Moro. Earlier, I told you about that fire incident around at Kanda Estates, very, very close to the Presby Church. Now, understanding is that the fire service have just arrived, and you can see that they have been able to quench the fire. They've been able to bring it under control. Thank God. Because if that hadn't happened, only God knows what could have happened. Like I said, the situation could have gotten out of control. But the fire service have come there, and well, they're not far from Kanda Estates anyway, so I would have been surprised if taking them forever. But what it also tells us that we're making progress, aren't we? The Ghana National Fire Service are there on time. Oh, wow, this is Ghana, unbelievable. Ghana National Fire Service are there on time. Hey. Anyway, so let's now come back in-house and talk about, I've heard you, Mr. Kiki. So Dr. Bernard Okobo is here. He's a former health minister and also former MP for Lejukoko, and also MP for the Trifo Etemokwa constituency, David Theophilus Dominic Bondi. Both of them are still here with us. Now, gentlemen, I want us to look at our fiscals, Ghana's fiscals, i.e. what we're generating, how we're spending, how we're managing our debt, etc. Not long ago, the finance minister made a public statement, and the public statement was to the effect that we're spending close to 44% of our non-oil tax revenue on public sector wages, significantly exceeding the ECOWAS recommended threshold of 35%. Now, he said this during a government-organized labor dialogue, and he said the picture underscored a severe fiscal constraint facing Ghana. Now, he says that he outlined the growing pressure of the public sector wage bill on government finances, where he talks about the fact that out of a total revenue of 183 billion cedis realized in 2025, statutory obligations, including transfers to District Assembly Common Fund, which is the DACF, the Ghana Education Trust Fund, which is Get Fund, the National Health Insurance Levy, which is the NHIL, and then also debt servicing, consumed 122.1 billion cedis, leaving only 61.9 billion cedis available for any other public expenditure. Here I'm talking CAPEX, which is capital expenditure. So, but if you have a situation, the government's wage bill alone is amounting to 78.9 billion cedis, creating a financial gap that forces the state to borrow approximately 17 billion cedis to meet salary obligations. But he says the combined burden of wages, debt servicing, and statutory transfers exceeded total tax revenue, effectively crowding out other critical expenditure. In that, if the current fiscal conditions, the government lack the financial space to adequately invest in essential infrastructure, such as schools, hospitals, and then roads. Now, he says, while fair remuneration remained a constitutional obligation, the current trajectory of public sector compensation posed a significant structural risk to fiscal sustainability and service delivery. You notice that we played that video earlier, and it is meant to trigger this conversation because everything we do in this country is about money. In fact, in our lives, it's about money. And when we talk about fiscals, we talk about fiscal consolidation, we must make sure that what you're generating is what you're spending, so that you don't have fiscal deficits up to a certain point that weakens the city. So, are we broke? Is Ghana broke? We've always been broke, but are we broker, if there's any such word? Are we more broke? But, and you notice there's actually a table to explain all of this, but we don't want to bore you with that. But the reason why I've had to set this premise for this conversation is that if you look at all the newspapers today, there's talk about government's intention to issue local bonds. Now, I'll do the story in today's Daily Graphic, but before I do that, let me just remind you of this. You know, I'm a carrier of good news, so when I come here, I like to give you good news. Now, I want you to discover MNC Group Global. They are your number one partner in minerals and food commodity trading, real estate development, general logistics, procurement, management consultancy, investment advisory, import and export. You know, they have headquarters in East Legon. They have one I'm talking East Legon, which is Accra, Ghana. So those of you watching us from outside, I need to be more specific. So East Legon in Accra, Ghana. They also have one in Dubai, they have one in Hong Kong, they have one in China, Guangzhou in China, they have one in Johannesburg in South Africa, they have one in Virginia, they have another one in Arezzo in Italy, and Hanover in Germany. So MNC essentially connects markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions that will meet your needs. So trust us to maximize your value in every deal. So reach us on MNC Group at mncgroup.com, okay, mncgroupgh.com, or just call these three numbers. One is 0302 998 246, 0302 998 246, or 02655 05337, or 056 103 2252. MNC Group, totally reliant. Now, Kwewu. Yes, Kwewu. That's we all know Kwewu becomes the beehive of social and economic activities during Easter, and you can always trust that the Ignite Media Group will be there where there's action is. So this year, Kwewu Easter celebration will be perpetuous with Kivo Pepper. So step into the Kivo village at Obome Market and enjoy correct pepper soup with Kivo Pepper any time of the day. Special appearance at the Kivo village is the Metro TV Jollof Festival. There's a live cooking, there's food tasting, and non-stop entertainment. Remember to join us daily for your Kivo Pepper soup and Kivo Pepper rice to be served shishe at the Kivo village at the Obome Market all day, all night. So Kivo Pepper, shishe. And it's happening from April 2nd to 6th. Don't miss it. Kivo Village, taste the heat, live the moment. Kwewu. Now, let me also say that speaking about Kwewu, the Kwewu Business Forum is happening under the auspices of the President and the Chief of Staff, Mr. Julius Deborah. Now, when nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. Now, when economies grow, it is driven by partnerships. So this April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Kwewu Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation, with special guest of honor, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs. Now, come engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, unlock real opportunities, and it's from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. That's where it all happens. And it starts from the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026, Kwewu Convention Center, ATBA. Go to www.kwewubusinessforum.com and register now to attend. To register for exhibitions, please call 059 555 5885. So 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwewu Business Forum connects, promotes, and grow. And it's proudly supported by, so there's platinum sponsor, gold sponsor, silver, and bronze sponsor. So for platinum is KGL Group. The KGL Group are the platinum sponsors. And also the gold sponsors are APSA, CBG, Republic Bank, Star Oil, Bauer Rock, GCB, Serene Insurance. The silver sponsor is UMB Bank, Fidelity Bank, Bank of Africa, Omni Basic Bank, ADB, Bost Energies, GRA, SNIT, and X Natural Mineral Water. And then there's bronze sponsors who are EcoBank, NIB PLC, NutriFoods Ghana, Casa Precon, Imexco Ghana, Virtual Security Africa. The media partners are Joy FM and media partners Joy FM, Joy News, and Metro Television. So, gentlemen, this government attempts to borrow on the local bond markets or to issue local bonds. We're told that the government has signaled its intent to return to the domestic bond market, providing fresh details on the structured issuance process and trading of securities under its new treasury bond program. Although documents cited by Daily Graphic did not state the exact date of fresh bond issuance, the development forms part of efforts to re-establish a stable domestic, and it continues, domestic borrowing program following the country's recent debt restructuring, which is expected to rebuild investor confidence and deepen Ghana's domestic debt market. The brief by the minister by the Finance Ministry released yesterday further indicated that proceeds from the bond issuance will be used to provide budgetary support, reinforcing government's financial needs. It also reaffirmed its commitment to transparent communication with investors, noting that further details, including auction date, tenors, and issuance sizes, would be announced in due course. According to the brief, under the program, the government would issue senior unsecured treasury bonds denominated in Ghana cedis with specific tenors and issue sizes to be announced ahead of each auction. Also, investors will be required to submit a minimum bid of 50,000 cedis. Okay, we've been priced out. 50,000 is the minimum. Okay. With additional investment in multiples of 1,000 cedis, the coupon rate, would be determined through an auction process, while interest would be paid on a semi-annual basis. The document indicates. It adds that the bonds were expected to be redeemed through a bullet repayment at maturity unless otherwise specified in future issuance document. The bonds will be issued via an auction using a book building format where bids may be submitted both based on yield or price. According to the terms, unsuccessful bids will be cleared at a single clearing level for new issuances, while reopened bonds, which is retaps, will be allocated at the accepted price. The Ministry of Finance added that it will remain the discretion to allocate bonds in cases of oversubscription. The brief emphasized that settlement will be conducted electronically through the Central Securities Depository, with all securities issued in dematerialized book entry form, noting that the fiscal certificates will be provided. It added that once issued, the bonds will be listed and traded on the Ghana Fixed Income Market, that's GFIM, of the Ghana Stock Exchange, allowing for secondary market activity among investors. The Ministry of Finance said investors could participate in the auctions through approved bond market specialists, including APSA Bank Ghana Limited, Cowbank PLC, FinCap Security Limited, GCB Bank PLC, One Africa Securities Limited, and Stanbic Bank Ghana Limited. He warned that bids must comply with the established guidelines for primary dealers and bond market specialists. Okay. Right. Doc.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, let me say that when the MPP came into office, somewhere 2017 January, we had some challenges with the economy.
Right.
At that time, growth was very low. If you check, the debt to GDP was also high. The debt accumulation for the previous 4 years was quite high.
Okay.
And then we're running, how do you call it? When you look at the primary balance, that's what you raise revenue versus what you spend
Right.
when you take away servicing of external or internal debts.
Right.
The primary balance was also in a deficit. Now, essentially, what that tells you is that we needed to borrow before we could pay. Okay? Yeah, because what you raised was not enough to handle your expenditure. Within the first 4 years of the Kufuor regime, we took away a lot of taxes, just like Honorable Atufosin, my senior brother, and the NDC have done. Within the first 4 years, growth became consolidated, where we even went up to an average of like 7. First 4 years, we now moved from the deficit in primary balance to a surplus. Okay? Now, in the second term, we had a situation where it took a place like a banking sector.
Right.
The actions of certain individuals and management led to a situation where if government did not intervene, Ghanaians were going to lose their savings. Over 1 million depositors.
True.
Myself, I was saving with Capital Bank. What government did was to find the money through a debt tool. Debt tool means that government virtually went for money through borrowing. It was not money we had earned. We didn't have it. To save the banks and prevent them from folding up. You know, because of politics and propaganda, people spoke as if every worker with UT and Capital went home. Moro.
Yeah.
Some of them were kept, and they are the ones working with CBG. This is a fact. All right?
Right.
But people refuse to see the good in the government intervening so that the reckless behavior of certain management and individuals, and forgive me, I also mentioned that there was some kind of participation by the central bank because they were supposed to regulate on our behalf as citizens. And because they failed to put the check, we had to come in and pay for their mess. All right? That hole further made our debt to GDP grow. Of course, we borrowed money for other infrastructure. Someone will say, oh, what was the quality of your borrowing? Maybe you shouldn't have borrowed that much. But I'm just raising the issue so that Ghanaians remember that we borrowed some monies that we had to save the lives and livelihoods of certain Ghanaians. Bottom line is that our debt to GDP now grew on the back again of COVID difficulties. When you have a situation where the whole economy slows down, you are paying teachers, you are paying workers, but they are not going to work. You have to find money because your revenues are not coming. This further compounded our situation until we got to a place where now even the international market said, look, looking at the amount of your debt to GDP, you know if you have money to service your debts. But remember that the debt exchange program, like we said, was something that made a lot of people unhappy with us. But if we are not engaged in the debt to GDP, the debt exchange program, what Atufosi inherited would have been a very high debt to GDP. That would have made it even life more difficult for this government. All right? Fact is that the inflation we had started dropping before we left. It was on a positive trajectory. It was coming down. Fact, again, is that our debt to GDP moved from the 74 or 5 and came down to, I think, below either 68 or 67 before we exited. Why am I saying all this?
To 55.
Yes, to 55. Why am I saying all this? Within 1 year and a few months, you have a situation where you have a government who has access to short-term credit, borrowing, which is what treasury bills. But it's now telling you that it's now going to consider medium to long-term debt tools like what? Bonds. What does it tell you? It tells that it's not easy when you have a situation where the demand on you as a government is huge compared to what comes in. And there are advantages for going for local debt tools and not external debt tools. So for that one, I am happy with the fact that it's a local debt tool. Meaning the cost of the credit, which is the interest you pay, would be in local currency, cedi, and not what? Forex. But the what's the word? I don't want to say that it can be disadvantage or the caution. Yeah, I think that's the right word. The caution is that, well, like they say in managing obesity or overweight, make sure the food is not in the fridge or on the table. If you want kids or adults to avoid high caloric food, which makes them obese, like fizzy drinks, ice cream, and all that, let it not be on the table in the first place.
Because if it is there, you eat.
When it is there, there's a temptation to eat. So one of the things we are taught is that check what is in the fridge. Right. Now, the caution is that beyond T-bills, which are short-term handles, this government is now trying to put medium to long-term table on the food. On the table. That item on the table. If you don't check your appetite, the pressure and demand on you to complete, look, one of the most difficult seats to occupy is the finance ministry, the finance minister's seat. There are times when, as a finance minister, when you approach parliament, you are trying to find a place to hide. The first colleague you meet will go like, Charlie, that my bridge. What is happening? And when you go and check the bridge is a finance facility. It's a facility for, let's say, Czech Republic. And because you are trying to slow down debt accumulation, you don't want to sign. And your colleague is telling you, my people are hungry. And remember, if in 3 years we don't fix this bridge, we are finished. Then just when you finish with him and you pass the baton, you meet the MP from another place. What is happening with our harbor? If it is not fixed, I am finished. Then you go and meet an MP from a cocoa area. Bro, what is happening? The point I'm making is that it is the pressures and the realities that makes you start to consider these article handles. So the question is that we have to see and find a way to be innovative. There are ways out. I'll not only spend time. I'm just telling you that if we don't work well, it will be deja vu. You find yourself at a place where the debt to GDP, which has come down now, goes up again. You find yourself in a place where the primary balance that everybody is praising my senior brother Atufo, you have a situation where it will not be a surplus, it will now be either in a deficit or it will be neutral. Yeah. You find yourself in a place where now your revenues are not sufficient to service your debt. So, bro, there are a few things that, and that is the real hard work. And forgive me, I'm not saying that Atu or finance not doing hard work, but there is genuine hard work you must do to have a situation where your inflows will be based on your capacity and not borrowing. Yeah. And the first one I'll mention is what? Innovation. One innovation that has helped this government, which again had its roots in our government, they will say they don't want to hear it, but it's true, is trying to maximize our gold accumulation. Okay? In the past, some Indians and other nationals were trading our gold in Dubai. And when we get dollars, it didn't step in this country. But because of the institution of the gold board, our time accumulation of reserves and using the gold helped to more or less put some shocks, some brakes on some of the pressures we're having. But it was elevated and codified into law through the gold board, which is something that you can't take away from this government. And fortunately, we have a vibrant person. Your man is, when it comes to, I told you I didn't know he was a miner. I mean, there's a fantastic job in making sure that we get all the gold, such that the forex is enough. So the innovation here, which has helped when it comes to the currency, is the fact that now you have a lot of forex which would have flown in. Yeah. But bro, beyond that, just like oil, people don't realize the quantities of oil we saw when we were in parliament, when I was there somewhere 2017, 2021, is diminishing, it's going down. Yeah. The inflows we're getting from oil is going down. Gold is also finite. So with time, gold can also come down. What we need is sustainable, renewable economic venture, value chain. And that's where the innovation comes in. And that's why I am looking critically at this medical marijuana. If you check the economics, there are billions of dollars that can come from this sector if it is well managed. If you don't find other inflows, it will get to a time, if you don't borrow, you can't pay salaries. Yeah. And let me jab my brother small. I hear people say that, Charlie, the economy is fantastic. Bro, if you borrow to feed your children, when you are bragging, calm down small.
Yeah.
But let me finish on a positive note.
Because we have just 5 minutes.
All right, let me finish on a positive note.
Yes.
After, beyond innovation, one other thing has to do with prioritization and where you put your money.
Okay.
Look, I appreciate the fact that the Air Force needs retooling. Tomorrow, when I checked the appendix of the last budget, we are within the next 4 years, from 2027, 2026, 2029, bro, this country is ready to pay close to 13 billion Ghana cedis to retool the Air Force. With all due respect, we need planes. But I think we can use 1/5 of this money. Ibra got this jet for $70 million. What it means that with $200 million, we can get 2 of Ibra's jets, which took us to South Korea, and some 2 fine helicopters, which can match Trump's helicopter. If $200 million can get you 2 fine helicopters and 2 fine planes, bro, almost $1 billion, I think is too much. Okay. And once you are able to do savings in such an expenditure, you can now invest in FIFO. What's it? You can put some into their agri sector. Okay. You can put some in roads. Okay.
You see, let me first of all make this statement clearly before we even look at the domestic bond. That retooling the military security system is not only buying planes and for the military. And number 2, that my very good brother's Ibrahim's plane isn't a military flight. We cannot equate Ibrahim's plane into retooling a whole military setup, right. Especially in this environment where today the world is becoming something else, where you want to be very careful with your military system in terms of security and all that. That cannot be compared to a private jet bought by an individual for his personal use and businesses. That must be clear. So when we are comparing retooling the military into buying